Hi guys, we're chopping a couple of this 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch 6061 T6 aluminum blocks, and I normally don't do it this way, but I've been getting these blocks pre-cut. But for this, I got an extra bar here, so I'm cutting them up. Now, I generally use my bandsaw, but my bandsaw breaks the blades like every week because I hate the thing. And so I got the chop saw here. This is a Delta 10-inch chop saw. And I have a 7.5 inch Harbor Freight metal cutting blade that cost 19 bucks. Now I've used regular wood cutting blades on this to cut aluminum with, and they do okay. They have a tendency to really like to dig into the work, and they break the tips off quite easy. Now I've done quite a few cuts with this Harbor Freight blade, and it literally was 19 bucks. And the reason I wanted the 7.5 inch one, it has a 1 inch arbor, so it fits the chop saw. But the other thing is that actually reduces your overall speed of your outside edge of your blade, because technically it goes too fast for cutting aluminum. I think the actual real metal cutting chop saws go 1100, and this one goes like 1800. So it's going too fast as far as the RPM. So, but this is a lot bigger piece than I would normally cut. It can't cut through one pass. I have to cut it in 3 passes. And so I kind of cheated. You can see I already cut like about 3/4 of an inch. When it's cutting across the 3.5 inch part, it likes to hop a little bit. But we're going to cut this piece, and then I'm going to cut a shorter piece. The small stuff, it just whips right through like nothing. Now a bigger piece like this takes a little while. I'm using just a touch of the milling machine lubricant, and it cuts through pretty quick. It's actually, if you want to cut a bigger hunk of aluminum, the idea here is you just go up to Harbor Freight and get one of their 7.5 inch metal cutting blades and put it on your chop saw, and you know what, it works pretty well. Now I did do one modification. I'll show it to you after this piece actually, but we'll turn it on. So there you go. There's a 3.5 inch solid aluminum block. You got this one. I have to rotate 3 times, which this is bigger than you'd want to do with this saw, but it's not too bad. And then, oh, I already cut the other one. Okay. So for smaller pieces, the saw normally would stop here, but I cut away some reliefs right here so it can go farther down. So for smaller stock, which it really doesn't take time at all, you know what, I'll whack this one piece right here. Okay, because it can go through something like that quite fast. Yeah, just if you don't push too hard and go too fast, it won't melt any of the chips and the blade stays clean. Anyhow, so that's it. That's just a quick $19 way to cut 6061 T6. And I mean, you know, you get the finish isn't necessarily anything you really care about, but a lot of times when you're having to roughen things, if you don't have the bandsaw, and I actually don't really like the bandsaw at all. The blades on mine have always broken after about 20 cuts, and so I've been using this most of the time. So that's it. Thanks, guys.